Domestic abuse is a big issue as it deals damage to one's physical, emotional, and mental health. Women are usually the victims of domestic abuse. In fact, they take up 85% of domestic abuse cases. In China, this is a big problem. According to a survey done by the UN in 2013, in one county almost half of the men beat their partners, and one of them said that beating his own partner is not a big deal. In 2009, Dong Shanshan was beaten to death by her husband in Beijing at age 26. She called the police 8 times before they showed up, which shows how reluctant law enforcers are to intervene in situations of domestic abuse. According to Sixth Tone, around a quarter of families in China have experienced domestic abuse. However, there are strict requirements for evidence while requesting a domestic abuse protection order. There are many other problems with this system as well, such as police not believing a victim or required documents being unavailable. Data from China's National Judicial Database showed that out of every 194 females applying for a domestic abuse protection order, 188 were being abused by men, while only 6 were being abused by women. However, for every 18 males applying for a protection order, 10 were being abused by men and only 8 by women. This shows the unequal ratio of violence by gender, with men tending to be more violent towards women and the inadequate treatment of domestic abuse by the government. The punishments for violating a protection order are typically fines of up to only 1,000 yuan or 15 days of detention, which do little to deter abusers. Harassment is a big issue as well, with one survey done in 2015 finding that more than 30% of Chinese college students have experienced sexual harassment. Another survey found that very little of sexual harassment that goes on in college campuses is reported. In 2011, Bai Ling, a Chinese-American actress, talked about being sexually abused as a teenager while she was participating in the performing arts section of the military. Censorship of people who speak up about gender violence is rampant in China. In 2015, 5 feminist activists who were peacefully protesting sexual harassment on public transportation were jailed. Beijing Film Academy students had their Weibo accounts removed and posts censored after they posted that a professor had sexually harassed a female student. After a teacher in Guangxi province exposed a case of female students being molested, she was blacklisted. 2 sisters who described on social media how they were sold into marriage and had children as teenagers were put under surveillance. Additionally, the Women's Foundation, which is run by the government, asked them not to speak to reporters from outside China.